Ladies and gentlemen, Marjorie Cohn, President of the National Lawyers Guild.
We are here to examine the evidence that impeachment proceedings should be brought by the House of Representatives against President Bush and Vice President Cheney. Today we will examine the article of impeachment concerning the broad expansion of executive powers under the administration of President George W. Bush that has led to illegal war, government-sanctioned torture, and rendition programs and warrantless surveillance. We will hear from 3 witnesses, as well as documents from the public record. Our founding fathers created 3 separate, co-equal branches of government to check and balance each other so that no one branch would become all-powerful. Indeed, James Madison wrote in the Federalist Papers,
"The preservation of liberty requires that 3 great departments of power should be separate and distinct. The accumulation of all powers legislative, executive, and judiciary in the same hands may justly be pronounced the very definition of tyranny."
This was not a hollow fear. The American colonists had suffered at the hands of the tyrant, King George III. Thus they charged in the Declaration of Independence.
"The king has refused his assent to laws, the most wholesome and necessary for the public good."
220 years later, we have another King George. Since he became president in 2001, George W. Bush has increasingly sought to accumulate all governing powers in the same hands, his and Vice President Cheney's. Contrary to the Constitution's command that the president shall take care that the laws be faithfully executed, Bush has repeatedly violated some of them and refused to enforce others. President Bush has asserted unparalleled executive power by quietly attaching signing statements to 1,132 laws passed by Congress. Rather than veto laws he disagrees with, Bush has used his signing statements as a line-item veto, illegal, says the Supreme Court, indicating which parts of each law he intends to enforce. George W. Bush, in so doing, usurped the power of the courts, which have exclusive jurisdiction to interpret the laws. The Supreme Court has said,
"It is emphatically the province and duty of the judicial department to say what